Hey, what is going on, guys? Xpertfusion here, and I'm going to be doing my review for Season 6, Episode 10 of The Walking Dead, which is called The Next World. I thought it was The New World for a second, but it's called The Next World. Now, this episode, I would have to give it a pretty good rating. It's not amazing, but it's not bad either. It's a good episode, and I'm going to go over the things I like about it, the things I don't like about it. So, I'm actually going to start off with the things I don't like about it. Let me just say off right off the bat, only really one thing, and that would be I did not like the directing of this episode. Now, I'm not really always picky about the directing. I think The Walking Dead is great in that, but I had a bit of a problem with some of the pan-out scenes. Like, they would just literally show the same, like, spot in a certain scene for, like, a good 20 seconds, which it should have, been differently. I just didn't like the camera angles and stuff like that, but that's a small thing to care about. It's not something people should really complain about, but I do feel like that made the scenes kind of drag out a little bit longer than they should have, and then maybe they could have added some other stuff with some other Alexandrians or something like that, but that doesn't really matter to me, because some of the things I loved about this episode would have to be the fun of it. It was just so much fun of an episode. It was funny, it was a layback episode. It was an episode that was serious, and even with Jesus, you'd think that stuff's serious because, he's stealing your freaking van, but it was still funny to laugh at, and I love how they weren't trying to kill each other, really. They were just they were fun about it. It wasn't any serious craziness like last episode. It was a peaceful, calm episode that this Jesus guy, which Jesus is, I'm really happy. I know a lot of people are complaining about his character not being that similar to the comics because Jesus stole the van and he wouldn't do that in the comics, but to be honest, I don't care. I love the actor, and I love how he looks and just how he talks and acts and stuff like that, and I love Jesus overall. He's one of my favorite characters in the comics, and I definitely think he's going to be one of my favorite characters in the TV show. I just have to see more of him, though. We haven't seen enough. And a lot of people are also questioning stuff like, how did he get on top of the van? Well, when he was tied up and they left him in the road and then they got back in the van, I'm sure they didn't leave right away and make sure that he stayed back there. He might have somehow gotten out of, untied himself and got onto the back of the van and then chilled up there until, they realized he was up there, and then he falls off. So a lot of people were questioning that, but that's basically how I saw it. And also a lot of people were questioning about Carl. Why the hell Carl wanted Spencer to kill Deanna? It was like, why does he care about it? People were saying that was bad writing, and I was really, really pissed about that, because that's not bad writing. It's actually very, very good writing, because what it does is it kind of goes back to an old event. It kind of mirrors an old event, and that old event is Carl killing his own mom to make sure she didn't turn. Now, this is kind of different. Yes, Deanna has already turned, but I like it. I like how he thinks that people should kill, you should, if you're a walker or if you're going to turn to a walker, you shouldn't be killed by someone random that doesn't really love you or care about you as much as somebody else does. So he thought Spencer should do it. I thought that was a nice little touch, and I was okay with it. A lot of people were pissed off. I just wish they showed it was Deanna before, because, oh my God, were people freaking out. They're like, why is Carl going crazy? I know it's more of a shock factor than if anything, and they had to add the shock factor in later, but I thought they should have showed it was Deanna right away instead of making people wait, because people were just confused, and I don't think confusion should be something that any show should have. Yes, it does put more curiosity into it, which can make it more interesting and unpredictable, but at the same time, I think it'd be better if it was how I said before. But yeah, this episode, great episode, not better than last week, of course, but it was definitely a good way to introduce Jesus and to introduce the Hilltop storyline, which I'm very, very excited for. And it looks like next episode 11, which is called Untied Knots, is going to be a group heading to the Hilltop. So they're heading to the Hilltop earlier than I thought they would. I thought, they were going to pan it out, maybe get to the Hilltop episode 14 or something. But what it's starting to look like, we may be at the Hilltop by episode 12 at least, which I think is a good thing. It means we're going faster than what I thought. I thought it was going to be 14 we would get there, but I do think it's a good thing overall. Now, last thing I want to talk about is Rick and Michonne having sex. Now, I like it. I think it was a good thing. I think it was a good touch. It gives Rick a relationship, and we don't have to add in any random new characters, and they have history. They've known each other since season 3, and they've had a lot of moments together, so it makes sense for them to do it instead of them adding some random new character in for a relationship, which I think is a good thing. But previously, I actually never thought they were going to do it. I had arguments with people saying, oh, that's stupid, they're never going to do that, because I thought Rick and Michonne were too good of friends. That's how I saw the relationship. I saw it as a friendship. I did not see it as, them having sex. You know what I mean? Even if Michonne kind of looks like a mother figure to Carl, I just did not see Rick and Michonne hooking up anytime soon. But they did, and when it happened, I was like, all right, I'm okay with it. It was in the moment, it wasn't forced, and it just made for an interesting scene and probably some more interesting storylines to come. So I was okay with it, definitely okay with it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys on my next one. Peace out.